Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Pro Gamer Manager. So, I've skipped ahead a little bit just to kind of speed things up a little bit, because honestly, just cycling through the same content over and over and over again gets boring. So, I did the new research to unlock streaming. So we now have the option to stream. And I'm not entirely I don't remember how much credits it gets me. I think it gets me like 500, 1,000, maybe? I have to pay attention to it. I don't know. Let's watch the money roll in. So, for those of you that don't know YouTube, that don't know how YouTube works, how that sort of thing goes, this is bullshit. If I could make $500 for like half a day of streaming, I would be streaming nonstop. That said, you can't make... If you could make $1,000 a day doing this, with 264 fans, everybody would be making crazy money here. So that's it for that. Let's play some FOBA. Try a new champion. Let's be aggressive for once, and let's go with champion strengths. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still support character though. It looks like this character is completely locked into the point where he only will play support characters. I don't think that's how it works, but I don't know. Whatever. So the developers have been talking about this. Let's see, tag along. Sure. The developers have been kind of not really talking about the roadmap, but talking about like the things that they specifically want to focus on. And yeah, no surprise. It seems like their main goal. Wow, I got no experience except for mechanics from that one. Glorious. Let's see. I still have a little bit more experience. But it seems like they want to focus on specifically this part, solo mode. And that apparently this game actually opens up once you have a team. I'm not entirely sure. We need to get up to, I want to say like 400 research points? No, 400 fans and 70 research points. Let's see. But so that's my current goal. Don't know if we're going to make it there in this video. I might just end up skipping ahead. We'll see how many times I just get my ass kicked here and stuff like that. Looks like there's also some other bugs to worry about here. Ooh, my rage is going up substantially. Please tell me my rage goes away between days. Okay, it is now day 12, and I still have my money. Okay, I don't know how we went down to negative money on the previous at the beginning of this episode. I don't really understand that one. Let's see, so let's just go play FOBA a bunch. I assume the more fans I get, the more money I get. I hope they also do focus on, like, I don't know, just making this game more in-depth, I guess. But yeah, just to go back to, like, my topic of, how realistic this game is. From the perspective of somebody that, has been part of, I guess, this industry for the past 2 years. Yeah, I've been doing for YouTube for 2 years now. I apparently learned nothing apart from mechanics from that one. Glorious. First and foremost, you don't just pick up a MOBA and suddenly get fans. That doesn't work, especially if you can't even stream yet. It's very rare that you'll be able to accrue a fan base without actually streaming, unless you're like ultra top tier, competitive, and know people. And given the obvious situation of this person doesn't seem to have friends, or really anything apart from like a clickety-clack keyboard and some weird umbrella specialty, this guy is just kind of throwing himself into it. So if you think this game is like a realistic kind of simulator of how to become a YouTube streamer, no, not even close. It's a lot of work getting up there. And this definitely does not show it. We're like, what, on day 13? At this point in time, he might have like 2 viewers, maybe 3 if he got lucky. If you get really lucky and you get rated and you get like, you get in good with some like other streamer, sure, you might actually be able to like boost yourself up really fast. But honestly, most people are never going to get that chance. So playing this game honestly messes with my head a little bit, just because it's like, intrinsically, I am offended at the portrayal of what I do. But I mean, honestly, there's no way this game is going to have you go through this over the course of 2 years. So, well, I mean, it could actually. It could actually set the game up so instead of days, it's you know, months or something like that. That could actually make sense. I still have no idea what this meter is. I still have no idea what any of these things are. I just press buttons until they give me better feedback. I'm just going to be going full hog on this one. I don't know if I can play Phoba again with that low of research. I can watch Phoba though. I'll just keep going defensive. You know, maybe I should probably watch one of the less defensive people. Maybe I'll actually learn something useful. Or maybe it'll be a waste of my time, I don't know. But then again, I'm not being charged rent, so... Question mark? Maybe it's every every couple of days you like, have to pay money. And so that's what credits are used for. Because currently... Yeah, actually, day 10 rolled around, so yeah, my bet is every 10 days you have to pay rent or something. Well, let's just keep doing what we do and go from there. Like, maybe my stats get better after a certain while? I don't know. Mainly, I'm just trying to get up enough research points that I can, research points and fans that I can get a team going, so we can, you know, make this more interesting. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I will say, I truly do think this game was thrown onto early access way too soon. What is it? 8 plus, 3 plus. I don't know. Anyway, let's see what research I can get into. Specialty, Master Champion, yeah. So it's the same thing. How many fans do I have? 341. Yeah, chances are, if I just keep playing Phoba, we'll get there. I'm just going to keep mastering the umbrella. I'm working on my synergies or something or other. I don't know. Synergize! Efficiency. Workplace. Work ethic. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not very good at buzzwords. But I feel like this game went onto early access too soon. I mean, obviously, there's very little feedback. I'm looking at the Steam page right now. And it's got mixed reviews at best. Most of the top reviews are fairly negative for the game, and I remember a lot of the comments were like, you know, this game isn't even worth $10. And the more I play it, the more I realize I was forming my opinions in the, like, impressions video, I guess the previous video, largely based on what I saw potentially for this game. You know, if this game could rival, you know, Holy Potatoes, a weapon shop, or Game Dev Tycoon, or Game Dev Simulator. You know, if it could rival those, maybe it would actually be something fascinating. And, I mean, I will admit, I do actually like the artistic elements of this game when it's good. I mean, this skull is disgustingly bad. Same thing with the umbrella monster. It's just like the room here is kind of this nice mobile vector style. Still, the character has the white outline. I don't know. It's an interesting question. It really is. Like, at what point do you put your early access game on Steam? And honestly, ideally, the answer is never. You release your game just straight up on Steam, no early access period. But, in my opinion, let's see. If you ever put a game on Steam, and this is like just blank opinion, probably very few developers are actually going to hear this, and form a develop an opinion based on it. Well, we still got fans for the defeat, and a fair amount of stats, so I guess it's not terrible. But like, if you're developing a game or anything like that, you generally want to, I don't know. If you're gonna release a game on Steam, make sure you put it up in such a way that you either have, like, 3/4 of the game, and, like, a player can play through the game and not feel disappointed, or don't put it up at all. So, what's a good example? Let's see, Tower of Guns went on early access fairly well as far as I was concerned. It had, as far as I knew, a last boss. It had it had all of the weapons, most of the perks. It just had less levels. So you could play through the game and have a fairly positive experience the entire way through. And then when the final release came, suddenly, hey, there's a whole new end level with a secret last boss that you can get to. And just a bunch new level variants for you to, find and explore, effectively doubling the extent of what you had. But beyond that, nothing mechanically changed. So you're just padding the game out instead of actually, missing core features. So in this case, it is wildly missing, like, core features right now, or at least things that I would consider core, like feedback and gameplay, and that white outline around the character. And, like, obviously you can't just do that. Not all developers have the money to sit on. Tower of Guns that I was bringing up was a roguelike, came out, I guess, a year and a half ago. Wow. That was, like, one of my core games for that year. But, like, that developer had worked for Big Huge Games, I believe. I think it was. Or Studio 11, I don't remember. But he had enough, like, funds and a very supportive wife. But in certain cases, in a lot of cases, developers don't have that luxury. It's either this or their day job. So they need to get it out soon so they can actually work on their day job. And so, like, in this case, they probably went with Steam early so they wouldn't have to worry about, funding it, the rest of it. And this is an alternative to going on Kickstarter. And, I mean, admittedly, there are a lot of games that get kickstarted that end up, super early access on Steam as well. For better or worse, usually worse. But, I don't know, it's kind of one of those where I'm hoping the industry realizes this, and one of the problems is greenlight. Just flat-out greenlight is always going to be a bit of a nightmare. Because pretty much, greenlight is always going to favor the games that you can show off well. So looking at this game right now, it would look great on greenlight. Nobody to really complain about it. You just take a look at it and you're like, yeah, you know what? This looks like a good game, like this picture here. Alright, I don't really understand what's going on, but I'm just looking at a screenshot. There's probably more to it than that. You see the status screens, you see the defeat screens. Like, the defeat screen seems awesome. But it's meaningless because it doesn't show me anything. Or it doesn't do anything. Like, I don't know what any of these do. Is this, like, progress to the next level? Is this how many points I got? I don't know. But also, none of these stats seem to matter. I'm still winning and losing at about the same rate. Let's see. Hey, I can research an esport organization. And so, like, if I could actually, like, focus in on a stat and it's like, this guy... Okay, you can now move into your own gaming house. Cool, how do I do that? These are just the rankings. Hey, 6 new fans following your FOBA profile. Okay, should probably look at that a little bit more. Okay, so how do we expand? Oh. Well, I'm gonna need some money. Yeah, move into your own gaming house and recruit your own team. You'll leave your old life behind. So we need to start streaming and stuff, but first we go to bed. Okay. Well, let's hope we can get there and actually make it interesting. I don't know. But just to go back on my tangent, seeing as, like, there's really not much to comment on gameplay-wise. Let's get up to 500 fans, then we'll do streaming. But so, Greenlight, just takes anything that shows off well, so you can just hide the shitty parts of your game. I guess Kickstarter works in much the same way, though usually with Kickstarter you need some kind of, credibility beforehand. So, like, for example, right now, the developers of Skullgirls have put a game up for, like, $1.5 million on Kickstarter. And it's actually doing very well, and good for them. But if you don't have that much of, like, enough street cred, effectively, then it's meaningless, and nobody gives you money and your game dies. So that becomes hard. And every once in a while there are breakout successes, people coming out of nowhere that do well. Hyperlight Drifter, for example, got stupid money. Like, crazy stupid money. And, you know what? Good for them. They were pretty much nobodies beforehand, but as a result of, as a result of, you know, hard work, good presentation, and a lot of, like, hype, plus a comparatively unique product, Hyper Light Drifter got, you know, way more money than... I'm not going to say way more money than it should have, because honestly it deserves every penny it got. But that's kind of how you get a come behind victory. So a lot of people see that and they're like, you know, I can make a game that great. I can put it on Kickstarter. And, like, the Me Too-ism of it all is good. Like, you know, a lot of people having hopes and dreams and stuff, but you have to have a dash of reality with it all. And so, you know, there are a lot of failed Kickstarters that go up. I was doing an impressions video for a game the other day that was... I think on Kickstarter they were asking for $300,000, and the only games they had released prior were, like, Orion Trail and, like, one or two other things, and I tried playing it and I was like, this demo is so pre-alpha it's largely unplayable, and they're asking for $300,000. Now, if, say, the developers for XCOM or Vlambeer had come through and said, like, we need this amount of money, I'd be like, yeah, sure. You know, I can see where you're going with this, and I get the feeling that you're going to actually, like, create this great game. Same thing with, I mean, pretty much anybody that's released multiple indie games before that has kind of, like, the proven litness of quality. But, I mean, the problem is they can't ask for less money, or they... I mean, they can. It just might mean the game doesn't get finished anyway. I guess the point would be make less ambitious projects that you can get done faster, but then you get a bunch of, like, shovelware mobile games, which, I mean, in and of itself is kind of a dirty, uncomfortable thing. How many fans do I have left? I'm almost there. We're getting close. Then we'll have to make a lot of money. Unfortunately, you can't make money and fans at the same time, which doesn't make any sense. But still. But so, you know, a lot of developers bypass Kickstarter entirely, and they're like, you know, let's put it on Greenlight, get it passed by quick, and then, you know, hope that the people buying it will be able to support the game through its development. This is a terrible idea. I mentioned Tower of Guns earlier. I thought its approach to early access was great. Problem is, by the time the 1.0 release came around, most people had already lost interest in the game. And, as such, it didn't do as well as it could have. Which was a darn shame, because, I mean, it still remains one of my favorite games I've ever played. And there's generally nothing the developer could have done about that, apart from, like, lock the game down for longer. Because there's such a thing as early access fatigue. So, I mean, for starters, a lot less people buy early access games now. A lot less people pre-order games now. I do, but that's... I mean, in a lot of cases because I need to have it ready and raring to go for a recording. But for, like, most end users, I feel like the support for both, you know, pre-ordering and early access games has dropped, and a lot of people will wait until, you know, I, for example, roll in and say, you know, is this game worth it at this point in time? And the answer is yes, no, I don't know. And, I mean, that's actually a really good thing. Like, I feel like the reliance on YouTubers for... Wow, I make a lot more money with this many fans. That's useful. I'm glad I waited. Do I have enough? I don't have any more energy. Alright, I'm just gonna go switch over to non-stop streaming at this point, just so I can have enough money for that gamer house. Which is still ridiculous, by the way. Like, after 2 years, even I can't afford a gamer house. Yet. Unless I got a bunch of other people to, I guess, split it with me, but still. Speaking of, they're working on the... I guess I was trying to refer to this earlier, but they're working on the solo league mode, you know, the solo career. So specifically, the when playing by yourself mode. Without, you know, getting the gamer house, and actually making it viable so you can just play the game without playing, like, without forming the organization. Which I actually thought was really nice. Oh, interesting. Do I make more money from doing the, different stream types? Probably. Oh, back to bed. But... yeah. So I guess my point is, just to finish it all up or whatever, this game truly was released on Greenlight way too soon. I'm gonna have to watch that sleeping animation again. I think I saw something kind of funny. It was put on green light way too soon. I loved Holy Potatoes the Weapon Shop because when it came out, honestly, I think it needed more of an end game. In fact, it didn't really have much of an end game at all, but whatever. But it was fun and entertaining, and, you know, 100%. It wasn't missing anything except for, like, a shuriken. And, you know, it was good. And it was kind of like a, alright, I'm over and done with it. We don't have to worry about it anymore. And in this case, like, this game, oh yeah, we're sleeping. There's no actual bed. They've just put, like, they've cut the head off and put it on the pillow. He doesn't have a blanket on that bed. He just has, like, this kind of weird, almost sleeping bag-esque style bed. That is really lazy. Not gonna lie. It actually makes sense if you could lose fans by doing this. Let's see if I gain fans. I'm at 527. If you can gain fans by streaming, I might do it a little bit more often. Which doesn't make any sense, because realistically you should gain more fans from streaming. And, oh yeah, I do actually. I gained 9 fans from that. Huh. Clearly I should just stream all the time and say screw it to EP. Actually, am I getting EP from this too? How many do I have when I'm done? Nope, didn't get any EP from doing that one. Right, because I was going for 500 fans. Okay, I was wondering about that. So you don't get EP at the very least, but then again, that makes sense. You use EP for furthering your league. Actually, let's take a look at research. Oh, shoot, I can't actually get the next one. Well, let's learn a specialty while we're here. But, no, I actually would rather see this game go into like real time, and so you have the guy just constantly playing League. And then when he's done playing League, he either goes to bed or eats or whatever, but you don't have to tell him to go to bed, because there's no point to it. You know, if you just kind of keep going and you can tell him to, like, focus on different things. Maybe you could micromanage what matches he goes into, stuff like that. That would make a lot of sense. Well, we've got enough. But, I don't know. Really, I just want to see where the developers go with this. And so, as such, I'm probably going to do a full series now-ish. It really depends on what I unlock. If I get to the Gamer House thing and it's just this, but with 4 people, I'm probably, unless people really, really want me to turn around and keep playing, I might actually hold off until, like, the next major update to keep going, if I do. We'll see if there's continued interest. Because we'll see how this goes. We are now moving. I like it how he's just, like, sitting in a dark, black room, just empty. He's like, I don't know how to stand up. Alright, cool. So now I live here. What do we got? Oh. So okay, we seem to have opened up a little bit. Okay, this isn't bad then. Alright, what about matches? Okay, these are upcoming matches. What about League? There's nothing I can do about this. I also don't know which one I am. Okay, tech. I have no website, no eShop, no merchandise. Okay. Team room. Recruit. So money per week. So I will need to recruit some of these people. So before I go to support, we should probably hire this guy. You can only recruit once per day. Okay. Hopefully they will actually make some money here. Team room. Oh, are we the Irate Devils? Can I not change my name? Tactics. Defensive. Okay. I'm not entirely sure how this works. Are they playing? Okay, so he's just gonna play. Are we just gonna, like, sullenly sit here next to the... We are, okay. Welcome to your gaming house. You just started a new FOBA team called the Irate Devils. Now it's time to recruit some players and staff. Let's put together a team and start practice and aim for the big leagues. Yeah, so we just stare at the FOBA screen until something happens. Nothing happens. So the team morale is low. I have no scout. I have nothing I can do. Let's go to the next day. What? The other guy just sits there. That's kind of terrifying, actually. So how do we make money? How do we do anything? Team room. Recruit. Well, I've got a little bit of money. I probably should have saved up a little bit more. Okay, so we've already got a green thing. So we need... this guy. He's hardworking. So what's up with you again? Can I see your skills? Why are these people like... I can see no information on these people. We've got tactics. Tactics is fine. Oh. Oh, these are different things that I can apparently do. So that's mid. That's jungle, top. So I can switch around the play style. Oh, interesting. So this is different. So this is the team. So I've set the leader to mid. I don't know who the mid is. The leader is. Okay. I don't know how well this is going to work. I seem to have found things, though. It looks like... it looks like we've got a little bit here, which is kind of interesting. Like, I can actually tell these characters what to do. Because I can actually, like, handle all of these things. Don't know what to do, though. Because I don't know half of this information, but still, I'll take what I can. Let's see. So we need to find a semi-tanky one of those, apparently. Are they all just clones of each other? They are. Team room. Wait, they have different portraits. Nozomi looks like he would have longer hair, but really is just a recolored version of the main character. In fact, they're all just recolored versions of the main character. This is kind of horrifying, actually. Okay, let's see. Team room. I have no scout. Team room. Tactics. We've handled tactics. We got that covered. We got team. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. Staff. Community manager, not hired. Scout, not hired. I can't do any of these things. How do we make money again? How do we get research points? Matches. Can't do anything about that. Okay. League? We're the Irate Devils. We currently have nothing. And I don't know what I'm doing. And I can't do any of these until I actually have money, and I don't have money. So I guess let's just do next day. I am confused. Is there a button I'm missing? Did I forget to recruit a character? I probably did. Maybe it's once I've maxed it out. Oh, either way. I already have a bow. All of these are garbage, except for this guy. Let's just do the next day. I like it how the two guys I've recruited just sit there sullenly waiting for life to come back. It's creepy. Okay, now we've got some people. Yeah, 2-star guy Davlan will be fine. And you can only recruit once a day, which doesn't make any sense to me. But still, how do we make money from here? Can we not stream anymore? We're not getting more fans. I guess we can't do shit until we've finished recruiting everybody. Okay. Well, we don't have a mage. And all of them are bad. Let's just keep taking days. until we run out of money or something. Okay, do we have... We do not have a mage. Did that guy just change clothing? I don't know. This is just weird. Oh, we are getting fans, though. But I feel like we should be getting EP or something. Like I should have just got more or whatever. Okay. I'm just taking extra days so we can actually get that mid laner that we're looking for. Because as far as I can tell, there's no way for me to fire anybody. And I'd prefer to avoid that. Alright, fine. We'll just get this guy. So how do we do a match? I mean, they're playing the game. We get to leave. We got... Oh, play Phoba. Okay, so we've got our team now. Why does it force me to wait between recruiting people if I can't do shit in between? What? Okay, so for any of you guys playing this game, before you go into the team phase, soak up a lot of money and EP, and then go on to the gamer house thing. Unless this actually makes me money and stuff. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Team morale has gone up, though. And we got a lot of fans for it, and we got some research points. Yeah, so it does seem like we got some things. Do we get money, though? We got no money. Well. Alright. Can I do next day and do the next Phoba match or something? I'm apparently in the negatives. How do I make money? I have no website. I guess we'll play Phoba again. Yeah, so before going on to, before making your gamer house, make sure you have an extra $10,000, just so you don't go well into the red. Though I have no idea if there's actually a problem for being in negative money, apart from you can't buy a website sooner. Ooh. Unless I've screwed myself, which is entirely possible. Maybe you need that website to make money. I mean, it makes like a ka-ching ka-ching noise. We're getting fans. But I don't see money. I don't see anything. I also really wish you could customize these characters and stuff like that. Alright, so my tactics are good, my team morale is there. Alright, I don't know what I'm doing. I think at this point, ooh, it is 32 minutes in. I will see you guys in the next episode of Programmer Manager. And hopefully we'll figure out how to make money and stuff like that, or oh wait, I actually made money there. Now I actually have money. Well, we'll spend it on the next episode. Yay! Yay. Okay, so we got a sponsor. So we just need to wait for money to randomly roll in. Weird. I would actually really love to see like a really expanded version of this game that includes, you know, pro gaming, YouTubing, streaming, all sorts of things. Like, that would actually be really interesting to see, like, an extremely deep and wide-reaching, like, here's kind of a YouTuber simulator, or Twitch streamer simulator, or pro gamer simulator. I'd love to see that, and I don't think this game will ever get there. It'd be kind of interesting regardless. Oh, well, either way, I'll see you guys in the next episode of Pro Gamer Manager, and as always, thanks for watching.